Rickita, and I'm back with another video. But in this video, it's just simply going to be my first podcast I ever made. So the audio quality isn't the best. I'm so sorry about that, but I know that what the problem is. So going forward, the audio quality will be better. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you like this video. Drop a comment if you have any questions in regards to this episode at all, or any advice that you can give to Kevin too during this episode. But in this episode, he's looking to buy a second property. He's looking to sell the properties that he's in right now. But what's stopping him is all the medical bills that he have right now, and to his utilization is also stopping him. So definitely leave your comments. I want to know what your thoughts are if you're going through these same problems. Don't forget too, you can be on my podcast also. It's very simple to be on my podcast. Look down in the description, fill out that form, and then I can go ahead and process you, and we can have you can be on my podcast. I can actually interview you, ask you any questions. You can ask me any questions that you may have. But remember, text SCORE to 21,000. You can be able to see it here. Text SCORE to 21,000, and then we can go ahead and communicate that way, where I can tell you new promotions that I have going on, and also too, you can be entered into my monthly drawing. So let's tune into the podcast, everybody. Thank you. Hey everybody, it's Rickita. I'm back with another video / podcast. So this is episode 1 of my podcast. I have selected the person because I see him all the time. So we have Kevin here. So I'm going to ask him any questions that he want me to answer for him. And we're going to figure out what we have to do to get his credit score higher. And keep this in mind too, if you want to be on my podcast, look down in the description. You can be on my podcast, or you can just text SCORE to 21,000 and then I can send you that link. So hey Kevin, welcome to the podcast.
How you doing? Thank you, Rickita.
Hey, you're welcome. So now that we're finally talking, I always wanted to talk to you in person. So now we're finally doing that. How can I help you? Because I have your credit reports, but what's your ultimate goal? What would you like to accomplish?
Right now, the main thing I'm trying to do is, I want to purchase a car within the next couple of months, but I eventually want to sell my house and buy a bigger house.
Okay.
So I want to get my credit in order and have everything in order when it's time to sell and buy. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. So right now your credit scores, you'll still be able to buy. And I see that you already have a property now, correct?
Yes, I do.
So you just want to make sure you get that best rate too. That's the biggest thing. You want to make sure you get the better rate when it come down to buying?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so let's look at your credit reports. So the thing that I see on your credit reports, you have a lot of, I want to say a lot, but we have quite a few medical bills that we got to take care of. But the thing
That's
is,
correct.
With your medical bills, I can see errors. So when it comes down to your credit reports, if they're supposed to report everything 100% accurate and 100% complete. So I can see like these different companies that's not reporting everything 100% accurate and 100% complete, which means it should be easy to get these accounts removed from your credit reports. And you have something else called HIPAA law. Have you ever heard of HIPAA?
I have. I actually work in the insurance business, so I've heard of it a lot.
Yeah, so I can see them possibly violating it, but we have to see what information that they have in regards to these collections. Have you tried removing any of these collections yet yourself?
I haven't. Like, I just got onto your YouTube and whatnot, and just kind of figuring out that I can have them removed, so,
Okay. Yeah, I think that I don't think that you'll have a hard time. And then listen to this. So you have ERC on here, right? Enhanced Recovery Company, but they have it as ERC. They're saying that it's a chartered communication. Do you know what chartered communication is?
I have no idea.
Chartered communication is most likely like AT&T or like Spectrum, or what is that? Xfinity or something like that. Sometimes you're down south, they have. It's basically a cable company. But on your credit reports, they're saying that it's a medical bill, which is inaccurate. So remember, everything got to be 100% complete. So I look at different things like that when I look at the credit reports. And then I see like you have an energy bill on here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so these are the different accounts that you definitely have to get removed from your credit report. So like any collections, that's why you don't have any charge-offs or anything like that. You just have collections. So we just have to remove these collections off your credit reports. Now, do you have any creditors calling or anything like that?
I have the one that's on there. It's I think it's from a medical one. It's called maybe Argon, I think.
Argon.
And
Are they calling you?
AA.
Oh, that's the first one on here. Yep, I see it.
Yeah, that one. They do call every now and then.
Okay. So, have you ever heard of the cease and desist letter that you can send out to them and let them know not to call you anymore?
I have not.
Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely send that to you so you can do it. And this letter is very simple. All you gotta do is put that company's name on there, put your name on there with your phone number and your address, because they should have it. And you're basically letting them know, hey, stop all communication with me. And they should stop all communication in terms of you shouldn't get any letters in the mail anymore, or you shouldn't get any calls. So that's something simple, and I usually get that to everybody out for free. So that's something we gotta do. So that's rule number one. That's the first thing we gotta do. We gotta make sure that we stop all collection calls and mail. So let's send them out a letter. And then let's see. So we don't have any late payments on a mortgage, which is good. That's really amazing. So that's a positive account. Do you have 4 credit cards? I'm kind of going through here and counting them now.
Yeah, I do. I have American Express, Capital One, and
is that Victoria's Secret from a shopping cart trick?
It is.
Oh.
It is.
Oh, that is good.
It is.
That is good.
And it's actually already been added to my account, and I just received it. So
yeah, I see it on your credit report.
the shopping cart trick does work.
The shopping cart trick does work. Okay, so that's really good. So I see that one. So, and the balance is low on your credit cards, which is really good. I think your best bet is to let some of your accounts age. And have you been asking them for increases? Like you had this Capital One. Have you been asking them for increases?
No, I haven't.
Every month.
I've gotten one increase, and it was because they called me and just said that they, increased it or whatever for a good payment or whatever. So I hadn't asked for any increases.
Okay. Well, this is what I suggest that you do. I suggest that you call each company, and sometimes you can do it right online. You can ask for an increase right online. Every month I would ask for an increase. And when I say every month, people are like, oh my gosh, okay, you're not going to be able to get it. My thing is this. Some people are like, okay, you can get an increase once a year. When I was calling them, I was getting like 4 to 5 increases a year, which is better than that 1 per year. So yeah, maybe that month they're not going to say yes. Maybe it'll be 2 months if they say no. But if you can get 4 increases a month, not per month, but per year, that's better than That's better than getting that 1 per year. So always ask them for that increase. But then you want to ask them too, am I going to get a hard inquiry with this increase, to be able to get this increase? Because sometimes they want to look at your credit reports. I wouldn't suggest you do it if you're going to get that hard inquiry.
Okay, so that's the question I should ask before letting them go ahead to check. Yeah. Am I going to get a hard inquiry?
Yeah, because you don't want to get that hard inquiry. And then, too, even though if you have, like, the hard inquiry removal, you don't want to use the hard inquiry on that hard inquiry and removal on that company, or they're going to delete that account and close it. So you don't even want to go there with them. So if they're going to do a hard inquiry and you're not, you don't need the increase, then I would just leave it alone. But a lot of these companies, even like Victoria's Secret, the one you just got, I would ask them for an increase right now.
Okay.
And I believe Victoria's Secret, you can log into your account and do it right online, and they're going to say yes or no. It's just once a month. Just sit down and just ask them for an increase. So, like, your biggest bet right now is, how many installment accounts? You have that, you only have, right now, that mortgage, huh?
Yeah, I have a loan with my credit union. You see
I
that
see
one
it right there. Yep, I see it right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2. Okay, you got 2 installment accounts, which is really good. Yep, the other, you had another one before, but you paid it off. So you've been doing good. It's just those collections that's trying to come bite you in the butt. So only thing I suggest is that we work on removing these collections and getting these collections removed from your credit reports to really boost your credit score up. But anytime that you're going to get like a call from a collection company or they sending you letters, and I want you to attack them right away. I don't want them to think that they have like the upper hand on you. I want them to understand like they don't want to mess with Kev. Like he know what's going on. He know what's going on. Let's just stop messing with him. And I want you to send them a cease and desist letter. And if they was to ever send you a letter in the mail and hey, you owe us $1,000 and you have 30 days to communicate with us, that's when you have to send a validation of debt letter out to them.
Okay.
But you don't have any of those letters coming in right now, do you? where people saying
I
it's a
don't.
new debt? Okay. Okay. Okay, well, that's good. So
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, go ahead.
When I send these letters out, I saw somewhere they said, do I need to send them certified mail? I believe I heard you say that.
I was suggesting them certified mail because you'll have a paper trail.
Okay.
And like you have certain laws. So a lot of my old clients they was with me when I was saying, okay, let's sue these companies. And I had a lawyer. Still, people getting money right now. They'll give my clients $1,000. So like Santander, one of my clients just picked up $1,000 from Santander. They deleted it from the credit reports, and they basically said they're not coming after him anymore. Just leave us alone. Here go $1,000. If you send your letters out certified and you keep a paper trail, you can threaten them saying you're going to sue them and show that you got your paper trail, so that they'll back up off of you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You don't have to go through the whole suing
sense.
process, but you just need to show them, like, I know what's going on and I would attack you. But I'm not an attorney. Let me make sure I say that part of it. I was working under an attorney as a paralegal. I stopped doing that a few months ago. But you definitely have that paper trail. And I think certified mail is what, $4.05 right now, $4.05. So if you got 3 letters, because you got to send it to each credit bureau, you're looking at $12.15, which is really good, because you're going to really need it. And right now too, a lot of letters are getting lost in the mail, which is kind of scary to say. I'm not sure if they're getting them all the time, but I know sometimes you'll send a certified letter and they'll say that they're still processing it in terms of they haven't received it yet. But the credit bureaus will still send your letter back. Hey, I got your letter. So it's just a lot of stuff is getting lost, but at least you will know, okay, they got it, with the certified compared to guessing and then they don't have it. Because you got to wait 30 days after you send in a letter. But I'll have videos to teach you about that part of it. But these medical bills, these should be fairly easy to get removed from your credit reports. And make sure you always play on the HIPAA violations when it comes down to medical bills. But I think you're doing everything good. Only thing is like remove all these medical bills, send a letter to each of these companies, and ERC should be fairly easy to get removed too. I get them removed all the time. Even this Wakefield that you have.
Can I ask another question? Okay. When I send this letter, I'm sending it to the collection company and the credit bureau, or just the collection company?
Well, I want to send it to the credit bureaus first.
Okay.
So this is kind of how the letters work. Let me give you a quick rundown. So you're going to send a letter to the credit bureaus basically saying, hey, I have these collections on my credit report. Please verify that these collections are accurate, because I see a lot of things that's wrong with them. If you can't see that they're accurate, please delete them from my credit reports, right? And remember, everything got to be 100% accurate, 100% complete. You're going to see half of your collections get deleted at that point, right? Half of them going to come off, and then you're going to have the other half that probably want to fight. Sometimes you'll get them all deleted. So the next time you're going to send letters to the credit bureaus and to the collection companies. You're going to tell the collection companies, hey, you verified with the credit bureaus that this account was accurate, but it's not because of this, and that is wrong. And I'll teach you what to say. You'll let them know, like, the date open is wrong, the last date activity is wrong, the payment history on here is wrong. And then you're going to say, if you don't delete these accounts from my credit reports, then I'm going to have to sue you. That's basically what you're going to be saying to them. And when you send it to them, that's a paper trail. And on top of that, too, when you send it certified, if you do have to go to court, or if you do want to have more leverage, because there's other things you can do to have more leverage, you'll have that paper trail. And with the credit bureau, you're telling them this round of letter. The second round, you'll say, it's all in the letter, so you don't have to remember all of this. The second one will say, hey, I see that you said that this was accurate, and the company said it was accurate. Can you please send me all the documentation that you got from the company to show that it's accurate? The credit bureaus do not have any documentation. So as soon as you start asking about documentation, all this, they're going to want to just delete it. And then a lot of times too, this is the trick bag, because remember I told you it was a HIPAA violation. When you send that letter to the collection agency, they're going to sometimes, because you're asking them for the proof too. You asking them for the bills too. That's what part of the letter. When it's a medical bill, they send you things that you went to the doctor for. They send you a bill. Oh yeah, you went and got these things done. That's a HIPAA violation. They're not supposed to know what you got done at the doctor. So now you can threaten them, hey, I have more things I can sue you for now, and I'm going to contact the agency about this HIPAA violation. They don't want to get shut down, so they're going to just delete that collection. So that's kind of their little...
Okay.
So this should be like a 2-month process. It really shouldn't be that long. But you got to make sure that anything you get in the mail, you keep it all together. And when I teach you different things on how to read these letters and stuff like that, you just got to make sure you read them correctly and you're responding correctly to anything that they send you. And don't forget, we can always do this for you too. If you like, Rickita, can you help me? We can definitely do this for you. I got the credit repair open only for a few days now. So we can definitely help you with this. And then I'll give you, don't forget I told everybody that I was going to have the letters available. I'll make sure I let you know when the letters are available on Friday, if that's something that you want to do. So then you can start getting started.
I will be doing that.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and you can ask me any other questions that you'll have too, in terms of, okay, Rickita, I have these credit cards. What should I do with this? You know, any question that you may have, or even in regards to you possibly going to get that second property.
The first question I have is my utilization was kind of high on 2 of my cards. Would you suggest that I try the shopping cart trick with more cards to increase my, what is it?
Your utilization? To lower your utilization?
To decrease my utilization, or would removing the negatives on my credit, would that increase it, or how would that work?
Okay, that's a good question. So the collection that you have on your credit reports, they don't have anything to do with your utilization. Your utilization is how much you're spending compared to how much you have available. So the only way you can lower that is by adding how much you have available. So upping the amount that you have available by getting more credit cards, which is what you said with the shopping cart trick, or just by lowering the balances. That's the only thing you can do. Now, don't forget, there's 2 $5,000 credit cards that's out there that you can possibly get. And when you get these 2 $5,000 credit cards, that's $10,000 more added to your credit reports. And right now, I think you probably got like what, about $5,300, but you got other credit cards available. Well, nope, you got more than that, because you got this other account that's just 52 by itself. I suggest that you ask each of those companies for an increase, because that will help you. Ask for increases. That means look like you have more credit cards, more available, and add those 2 $5,000 credit cards onto your credit reports, because that'll give you $10,000 more.
And I get those off your wish list. Is it on the credit card list or the shopping cart list?
It's on the master credit card list. You got the master credit card list?
I hadn't gotten it, but I've seen where you dropped the link, so I might have to get that.
Yeah, I'll text you the link. I'll text you the link so that you'll be able to get that. And don't forget, I have a utilization video too, if you don't want to pay, because it's going to be $100 for that master credit card list. If you pay for the utilization, then it's only $20, and you'll get those links and you'll learn your utilization that you need. So if you don't want to get the full list, then you can just go ahead and get the utilization. You could just take, it's like a small little mini course. You can just get that and you'll get all the links there.
Okay.
But you can also do the shopping cart trick, but the only reason why I don't want you to do the shopping cart trick is because you got high limit credit cards, and I just don't think it's worth it. It's not gonna be like I said, you can get $10,000 added compared to, okay, I might get $1,000 here, $750 here.
Okay.
It's not gonna amount to what we need, and you're gonna have too many unnecessary accounts that's gonna eventually close. And the reason why I say eventually close is because you're not gonna be using those accounts.
Okay.
Well, at least I hope you won't be using them. That high
No,
interest
I
rate.
won't.
Yeah, so we might as well not even go there. We might as well not even mess with them. Stay on our path that we're on right now. Those are for people that don't have any credit cards. I suggest the shopping cart trick then.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Do I have any more questions?
After
and you said this whole process with removing the negatives and whatnot, you said it should take about 2 months for me to see a difference in my credit scores?
No, you should see a difference right away, because don't forget I told you, I can't guarantee what's going to be deleted, but about half of collections, like medical bills, is going to be deleted in a month. So after about 35 days, you should see results. Like, dang, my credits went up 50 points. You'll see results. But, having them accounts completely gone, it could take a little longer. That could take about 2 months, maybe even 3 months, yeah.
Okay.
That way your credit is all the way good. Now listen, I do suggest that you do get the master credit card list, because you got two options. You can get those two $5,000 credit cards right now, or you can wait. I always tell people about the credit cards that I was able to get, like $34,000 in credit cards, but I had a 620 credit score. Now, I don't think that they'll give you those credit cards now, even though your credit score was higher than mine when I got those. Your credit score was higher than mine when I got those credit cards. But the only thing is, you have collections on Equifax. I did not have collections on Equifax. So if you want to wait, which I suggest you do, it's not a rush right now. It's not like it's not like you hurting to do anything right now. I would delete all of these collections first. And Equifax, I see Equifax deleting all collections in a month right now. Like when I'm going through all my clients, I realize Equifax is deleting everything. They're just not playing. They're like, okay, you want us to delete it? We're deleting it. It's no fight, So if I were you, I would just get the master credit card list. I will, send out the first round of letters to the credit bureaus. Let them delete everything on Equifax and play games with you on Experian and TransUnion, maybe deleting only half of them. And then apply for those 3 credit cards that's on that master credit card list, because they're going to give you $10,000 by themselves, like $10,000, $12,000. They're going to give you high limits starting off right away, and you can have $30,000, $40,000, even $50,000 in credit compared to that $10,000. And that way, if you ever max out credit cards, you won't have to worry, because you got that cushion. Yeah.
Man, that sounds great.
Yeah, because like when I was using my credit cards to like fix on properties or something like that, I needed that cushion, because your utilization is very important. It can really drop your credit score, and the point that you're going to get collections deleted and your utilization going to be lower, you're going to easily be, top of 700s quick. It's going to be fairly quickly. It's just, we just got to put that work in first.
Okay. All right.
And whenever you want to buy a house, it's gonna be the same process. Just make sure you keep your debts low, because they're gonna look at your debt to income, and then make sure you don't have any late payments, which you don't have any now. So just make sure you stay on that correct path, and all your collections are gonna be gone. So they're gonna love to have you come in and give you a loan. You shouldn't have a problem at all. Whenever you want to go get another.
Can I ask a quick question about buying a house? It's kind of off subject, but
no, it's the whole subject. It's real estate for the podcast. It's credit and real estate. So go ahead.
Oh, okay, all right. So what we want to do is sell this house and kind of get a new house. Can that be done in the same time frame or whatnot? Or
it can, yes.
Would you suggest?
So
okay, go ahead.
It can be done that way. So usually when people if they want to sell their property, usually they'll find a property that they really want, and then they'll go ahead and they'll find their property, and then they'll sell their property, and maybe they'll sell their property the day before they buy their next property. Because they'll use the proceeds, anything extra that they have from their property, to buy the next property. Or maybe they'll just take that check and they'll separate the transactions. But yeah, that's possible. I suggest you do it that way too, if that's something that you really want to do.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I had a neighbor that kind of did something like that, and I wasn't sure how feasible that was, or how it really worked out. And I was thinking about going that same route when I actually found another place where I want to live. I've been actually looking, but I hadn't found anything yet, and I was just wanting to know exactly how that worked out.
Yep. I think it'll be really easy. It'll be really easy. Are you still in contact with the realtor that helped you with this property?
Yeah, I am.
Yep. So just let them know that that's something you want to do, and they should be able to help you with it.
Okay.
Yep, you just sell your property, and then you'll already find your you'll sell your property, have your property that you really want to buy, and then they'll work out that whole process of selling and buying. Yep,
Okay.
so it should be really easy. So is that all your questions? Any more questions for me?
Man, you answered everything I had, so I guess that's it. I guess I'm just ready to get started now.
Yeah, this is gonna be really easy. So this is what I want you to do, because I want you to come back. I want you to tell everybody like how everything went, what was the process, because it's easy to come in and say what you got to do, but is it gonna work? Like, I can tell you everything you got to do, but Rickita, did it work for him? Like, Kev, did it work for you? They want to know. So let's start the process on Friday. Let's start working to remove these items on Friday. And then we can just go from there and have you back on and let us know, in a few months, what happened. Like, did your credit score go up? How long did it take? If there was any battles, because sometimes some companies may want to battle you. So definitely we want you to come back and let us know what happened, okay?
Okay, all right. And I sure appreciate everything, Rickita.
You're welcome.
I'm just telling you, you're a godsend.
Am I really? Thank you. That is good to hear from you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for being the first person to come onto my podcast. I had other recordings, but I just want to make sure that those are other clients that I always want to sign up, So I want to make sure I have like a fresh person. You're not signing up. I just want to talk to you what's going on. So thank you so much for coming on.
All right. Thank you, too.
Alrighty. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, everybody. That was the first podcast, you guys. That was my first podcast. That was my first recording. Oh my gosh, you guys. I was recording on my computer, but my video went out. But that's okay. I can upload this podcast, you guys. I'm going to figure out my recording process, and so I can make sure that it's not going to drop. But thank you all for listening. Don't forget, if you want any of these links, all you have to do is text SCORE to 21,000, and I'll definitely send you all these different links. And I appreciate everybody for listening. If you ever have any questions, or if you want to look at your credit reports, you want to get on the podcast, whatever the case may be, just go ahead and call us. My phone number is 833-RICKITA, or you can call 414-255-0803. It's 833-RICKITA, or you can call or text 414-255-0803. So I look forward to talking to you on the next podcast. See you later. Do is, if you want to try my trick, I want you to opt into Factor Trust. So to opt into Factor Trust, you have to go ahead and click here. So this is the website. I'll have it down in the description. I want you to opt into Factor Trust. So when you opt into Factor Trust, all you're doing is telling them, hey, I want to get credit card offers. And you have to apply. You have to actually give them your name, your address, your social security number, your date of birth. They're a credit bureau, so they're similar to, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Those are the three major ones. But go ahead and click submit. After you click submit, then you want to go ahead and enter the information that I told you that you'll have to submit. Go ahead and submit the information and click confirm. Now, when you submit this, remember, you're telling them, I want offers. So be prepared to get a lot of offers in the mail. But that's good, because remember, you're trying to build your credit score up. And for you to build your credit score up, you need at least 4 credit cards. Now, let me show you what you can do after you actually opt in. After you opt in, then you have a chance of getting approved for credit cards without them actually checking your credit score. So let's go ahead and go to victoriassecrets.com, because that's an easy website where you can just test and see if you can do the opt-in. You don't have to get the credit cards, but you can see if you get the pop-up saying you're pre-approved without them checking your credit scores and without them actually give you their hard inquiry. So let's go to victoriassecrets.com. So after we go to victoriassecrets.com, I want you to put $250 worth of items in your cart. I already have items in my cart because I did not clear my cookies. So if you try this trick and it's not working for you, I want you to clear your cookies. I want you to clear your cookies, and I want you to go into incognito mode. And if you want me to go through that, let me just run through it really quickly. You don't have to ask. I'll just do it. Let's go ahead and click the 3 dots here at the top. So it's 3 dots at the top, and go to settings. After you go to settings, I want you to put pop into the box. And I'm going to kind of go fast because I don't want to, if you already know this, I don't want to, pull you through it. But I want you to go ahead and click here where you see it's highlighted with the pop. Go ahead and click there. Scroll to the bottom, and you want to make sure that you click pop here, and then you allow pop-ups. You make sure that it says allowed. So make sure it says allowed on your computer. Go ahead and click enter again on pop. Let's go ahead and just put pop in again. I want you to go to clear browsing data. That's your cookies. That's when they track you. They know where you've been. So far they say I've been to 169 sites. I downloaded 10 items. Like, they know too much, right? So I want you to clear your data. So after you clear your data, they're not going to have this information anymore. So I want you to go to the Victoria's Secrets website, but I want you to do it in an incognito mode. I'm able to do it without incognito, but I want you to see what it looks like to do it in incognito. And this is actually called the shopping cart trick, what we're going to be doing. So I want you to put Victoria's Secrets here, click submit, click enter, and I want you to put that $200 to $250 worth of items in your cart. So I like to just go ahead and hover over sleep and go to Cami sets. But again, it can be any $200 to $250 that you want to go ahead and pick the items. You can pick them yourself. You don't have to go ahead and follow these items, but I suggest you follow them, but you don't have to. And you can always rewind, slow it down, or whatever it takes so that you can go ahead and get this trick to work for you. So I like to click the small, and I like to get 4 of them. And so I get the same items. I don't like to go ahead and get different items. I think it's just too much work and it's not necessary. So I want to add this to my bag. Now I want to click checkout. Now, as you can see here, the items is actually only $198, but with taxes, it's going to put me over that $200 mark. So I'm not concerned about it. So I'm going to click checkout. After you click checkout, you want to check out as a guest. So go ahead and click checkout as a guest. Now, I want you to go ahead and type your information in, that same information that you put into Factor Trust. I want you to put your first and last name here, your address here. I want you to put your phone number and your email address in. And the only reason why you want to put that same exact information, that's because when the Factor Trust sent your information over to these credit card companies, the only thing that they gave them was your name, your address, your phone number, and your email address so that they can mail you stuff, they can email you things, you can get all these different offers, right? So put that same information in here, but I want to type this information in of the client that I have. So remember, you want to make sure that this is that same information. If you do not put the information in correct, then they're not going to go ahead and give you that pop-up that I'm going to show you in a second. So I'm just typing in all the information that you will have to put in so that you can get that pop-up. And keep this in mind too. There's over 60 different credit cards that allow you to get credit cards without them checking your credit score. So go ahead, if you get approved for this one, if you get the pop-up, I want you to get the shopping cart trick guide in the description where you can see those 60 different credit cards. So I have all of the information put in. So I just want to verify that everything is correct so we can get the pop-up. So far, everything is correct. I want to click continue to delivery. So after you click continue to delivery, this is the pop-up that you're going to get. It's going to say, congratulations, you're pre-approved for the Victoria's Secret credit card. And this is the pop-up for all of the companies. You should get the same exact pop-up saying that you're pre-approved. Now, they're asking you to pick which credit card you want to get. So I always like to get the pink. If you watch this plenty of times because you're trying to master this trick, then you know I love the pink card. So I'm going to click accept now. And what they're going to ask you for is I want you to put your date of birth here, your last 4 digits of your social twice, and they want you to go ahead and check this box here and click finish, submit for review. So that is what they want you to put here. And remember, after you go ahead and put this information in, they're going to let you know, congratulations, you're pre-approved for $500. You're pre-approved for $1,000. Now, I don't suggest that you actually buy the things on this. I don't suggest that you go ahead and get it. What I would do is I would just exit out. So I would click that X right there. And after they tell you how much you're approved for, they're going to send you that card in the mail. So you can go ahead and look at my guide down in the description. It's called the Shopping Cart Trick Guide. And you'll be able to get those same credit cards that's on that guide. And remember, they're not going to be checking your credit score and they're not going to be pulling your credit reports, giving you that hard inquiry. But if you have problems with hard inquiries, then go ahead and look down in the description. I have the hard inquiry removal guide also, where you can go ahead and remove inquiries from your credit reports. But yes, guys, I taught you guys the trick. So now I want you just to implement it. And remember, you want to opt into Factor Trust. After you opt into Factor Trust, it's going to be so many different offers coming in the mail. And now they're going to tell these different companies that you want to get the credit card, which is going to make it easier for you to be able to get them. So if you have any questions, go ahead and call or text me. My phone number is 833-Rickita. And remember, I'm always here for you. So you can always call or text me. You're my assistants. We're definitely here for you. And if you want me to try to see if I can do this trick for you, I also have a section in the description that says, click here if you want me to try to do the trick for you. And usually that trick can be done within 24 hours so I can see if I can get you pre-approved. If you have any questions, like I said, call or text me. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment with your Cash App so you can be entered into my monthly drawing.